Hi everyone, I am Jen Brown and I am here with Scott Fletcher. He is running for County Commissioner Seat A in Davis County. And we wanted to start with a physics fact because Scott is a physicist by trade.
Well, thanks, Jen. Appreciate it, and thanks for doing this video. So, hopefully, folks find this fun. So, just a fun fact here is that we talk about gravitational waves. So, what happened are two stars collided and it caused a gravitational wave, and they were picked up by a facility in the corner of Oregon, Washington, and Idaho called the LIGO facility. And what happened, they were able to measure the speed of this gravitational wave. What it essentially did is proved out Albert Einstein's theory of relativity. So a very interesting thing happened back in 2015, and I'm excited about it. But once again, just a fun fact as you go forward.
Okay, and what part of that? So you said it proved Einstein's theory of relativity and that the universe is expanding even faster than they thought.
That's correct.
So we have this little demonstration here, the expansion of the universe. Well, that is fascinating, Scott. So now...
Well, let's talk about how that's applicable to what we're going to do next. So there's a ripple effect that was caused by the collision of these two, and it has a ripple effect in space and time. And so we have ripple effects here in our community as we kind of evaluate information and data in terms of how it impacts the citizens. So today, the current way that our commission operates, at least it has been for the last couple of years that I've been going to, or last several years that I've been going to the commission meetings and that they hold, is what happens is they've already made a decision based on whatever it is. Most recently was taxes. They've already made a decision what they're going to go forward, and it doesn't give the citizens the ability to really input into the process. So they do have
the outcome.
Yeah, so they have open discussion, but they've already made a decision. So as we found in the 10 or so meetings we had in Truth and Taxation,
Right, which I was at the last one.
they've come back and the
They
citizens
know what they're going to do.
They know what they're going to do, and so the
Yes.
citizens, although they're given an opportunity to talk, they don't have a real input into the system. And so what I want to do is I want to change that paradigm, and so I want to implement something called citizen committees. So what is a citizen committee? So a citizen committee is we bring in, there may be a topic such as it could be water, could be zoning, could be establishment of how we structure the county government. It could be, there are multiple issues out there that we can bring people in, and they're more than willing to volunteer.
Right. People that are here in our community that have this knowledge, because a lot of times this is what they did in their jobs.
That's right.
And they are willing to give back. They want to give back.
Right. And so we're going to leverage that. And so this is be a volunteer kind of activity, bring people in, and then we bring in experts. We bring in water experts, Weber Basin Water. We'll bring in civil engineers. We'll bring in, people with accounting backgrounds. We'll bring in whatever we need to do with that specific topic to give the data. And so why is that important? I'm a firm believer that people have noble intent. And with that noble intent, if they're giving data, they can come back to the commissioners with a set of options that they can present to the commissioners based in data, based in real world return on investment, for example, or how are we going to use that, or what's the impact. And it doesn't always have to be financial. It can be the quality of life that we have. It could be green space. It could be a lot of things. So everything's not judged just on finances. There's a quality of life issue we have in Davis County that we really need to work and need to be part of the equation.
And that's what we're trying to maintain. But the problem is it's getting more and more expensive. And so we're worried about our kids being able to have that same quality of life. And so this approach helps with that.
So exactly. So fundamentally what we would do is we would ask people to volunteer, or we would ask people to participate.
Right.
And we would bring in these experts. So we have experts at the University of Utah, at Weber State. We've got, across Utah, we have a ton of experts. And just locally within Davis County, there's a lot of really, really smart people. We will leverage those people.
A lot of capable people.
Very capable. We will leverage those people as we try to move forward, and they will take the input, once again, noble intent with data equals what you're going to get out of it, which will be good decisions. And so what they'll be able to do is come back with, 2 to 4 options available. And the reason why that's important is because to think that the commissioners themselves have all the answer
Right.
is absolutely false. It's wrong.
Right.
So we don't have
None of us
all
do.
the answers, but if we can bring
Yes.
experts in and really evaluate that, they would present it to the commissioners with the data, and then we would make a fundamental decision. Then before we even got farther than that, we would bring to the general public. We'd invite general public in to comment, and that's what true government is all about. This is the true,
Of the people, by the people.
That's right.
That's right, but you're not just making the decision and then basically letting people talk and say, please don't raise our taxes, but you've already decided to.
Right. So we want to use that as a fundamental approach of making the really hard decisions. Now there are other decisions that can be made on a daily basis, just like you do at home.
Right.
But when you're making a big decision,
Bigger, yeah.
you need the data in order to be able to do that. So that's the premise of these citizen committees that I think will be incredibly valuable. Everybody I've talked to at all the meetings are very excited, quite frankly, about these citizen committees. And so I'm very encouraged to go forward.
Well, that is wonderful. And a lot of people don't know, but the Veterans Park in Bountiful, it was done all through volunteerism. It is amazing what they have done. And so that is a great model for us to look to. And there are so many people that want to give back. Well, thank you so much, Scott.
Thank you.
And I look forward to doing more videos. So,
You too.
all right, goodbye.